Can you imagine going back 3, 4, maybe even 5 decades to your young self? If you could just close your eyes and travel back in time and let your mind settle into what it really felt like to be that young self before the spouses, before the kids, before the careers, just to see how you felt when it was just all about you. And what was that fire that you had that you planned to take into the future because it was your passion? Well, if you can just sit there in your imagination, go back and feel it, and grab that passion that we had when we were young and on fire, and bring it all the way back up through the decades to our current time. And then look and see, is any of it still really there? Well, I can tell you that there is someone I met that grabbed it when they were young, carried it with them through their entire life, and still to this day operates with that passion every single day. And I would like you to meet this extraordinary and very inspirational friend of mine, Jill Beam. I am here with my friend Jill Beam. And the reason that I really wanted to introduce you to Jill is because she has done something that many of us wished we could have done in our lives, but Jill has done it from the beginning to where she is now, and that is she has followed her passion. Now, Jill, I know that you were a young child dancer. You danced through your youth. Then as you went through your life, it might have taken a twist or a turn, but you kept up your dream. And I'd like you to tell us about that.
Well, as you said, I have danced since I was 3 years old and have always been passionate about dance. I love to do it. My love in life from the get-go when I was in college is fitness. I just love it. That's my passion. My passion is fitness. And currently, the last 3 years, I have been working at a senior living facility, and I teach 6 classes a day to seniors. And so I've sort of switched gears since I am now 65, soon to be 66, gearing my body as it ages in place for low impact, just because as you age, some things kind of tend to happen, you know. And so I just am very passionate now about senior fitness, but I continue to love Jazzercise.
I share that passion with you. And I have to tell you, before our interview today, just about an hour ago, I was talking to my mom and I told her I was going to talk to you. And she said, "Oh, what's inspirational about Jill?" And I said, "Well, Mom, Jill became a Jazzercise instructor at the very beginning of Jazzercise, like in 1980. And she is still doing it today, 40 years later, and she never missed a beat. So you must really love it."
I do. I love it. So I was the manager at a recreation center in Dallas. A lady came in and she said, "I would like to teach Jazzercise at your center." And I said, "What is Jazzercise?" And she said, "It's a brand new program out of Carlsbad, California. It is a jazz dance fitness program based on jazz dance technique." Well, that immediately was a trigger for me. And I said, "Of course, I'd love for you to teach here, and I want to know more about it." Well, I was immediately smitten with Jazzercise. I said, "What do I need to do?" And so at that point in time, there happened to be a training in Dallas, Texas. You would learn the business portion of Jazzercise, and then they would give you 28 routines and a DVD for you to learn. And then in 2 weeks, you would come back and audition with 2 routines that they would select. Yeah. So when I auditioned, there were hundreds of ladies vying to be Jazzercise instructors. And I certified and became a Jazzercise instructor. I became certified in 1980. I have been passionate about it ever since and continue to teach 7 classes a week. I will say, when I first became certified, I was a jazzer maniac. I taught 18 classes a week, which was crazy. So 7 classes a week is a really good base for me. My job is fun and I'm making money. And my mother always said, I'm so proud of my daughter. And it's politically incorrect now, but she would always say, I'm so proud of my daughter because she's living off the fat of the land. So,
Literally.
literally, right.
Every fitness teacher knows, every yoga teacher, every dancer, everybody knows the hardest part about working out is getting yourself there. So I know that you are an extremely popular teacher there in Dallas. Can you tell me, how do you do it? What is your secret that everybody wants to get up and do Jill Beam's class?
For anybody to want to come to an exercise class, whatever it is, you have to have an instructor, again, who is passionate about what they're doing, but they have to be motivated and they have to, again, put that smile on, that persona on every day that they teach a class, and just to be an encourager. You have to encourage your students to say, and what's the benefit? What are you going to get out of it? Well, number 1, it's going to help you sleep better. Number 2, it's going to make you feel better overall. Number 3, it's going to help with your flexibility, your strength, your muscle tone, your balance, because as we age, you know that you are going to have some balance issues.
Do you know, I agree with you. And if I were a couch potato and you came on and gave me that number 1, 2, and 3, I'd be going, I don't know. I'll feel better. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But you know what I think, Jill? I think the reason is people want to be with you.
You're sweet.
And then everything else is icing on the cake. They do feel better, but part of the reason they feel better is psychologically they feel better because they have been with you.
Oh,
so
thanks.
One thing I know about you that you maybe don't know I know about you, as in a pageant, you were Miss Congeniality. Isn't that right?
That's correct.
Now, I can see that exactly.
I'm a people person, obviously, because you cannot be in the fitness world if you're not a people person. So I think being a people person, of course, is going to help you win the title of Miss Congeniality, because someone that's going to sit in the corner like a bump on a pickle, they're not going to win Congeniality.
Jill, are you still performing?
I am. I am a part of what's called the Spectacular Follies. And it's a production of seniors 60 plus. The past 7 years, I have appeared in the Spectacular Follies. My mother and I have done an act together for the last 7 years. We've done Sisters, there were never such devoted sisters, from White Christmas. This year we were going to do Barnum, where I was going to come out and introduce my mother as the oldest woman in the world. And it's so cute, she wrote it, but we'll have to hold off hopefully till next year.
So if anybody from Dallas is watching now, how do you get to be part of that group?
www.seniorfollies.com. Yeah.
Do you have auditions? Or?
We do have auditions. And the auditions for now are supposed to be in February, and the show is supposed to be in September. It's always at the Eisman Theater in Richardson, Texas, which is north of Dallas.
Oh my gosh, if I lived there, I would so audition. That sounds like so much fun.
You'd be in it. You'd be in it for sure.
I see you wearing a t-shirt that says MTSA. Yes. And actually, this is how we met, Jill. So would you please tell us what MTSA stands for?
Well, MTSA stands for Miss Texas Senior America. I have always been mesmerized by pageants. I never missed watching Miss Texas, Miss America, Miss Universe. I've always loved pageants, and I've always wanted to be in pageants, and I never was in one. So I started going to the pageants when my mother was the MC in 1992 at the Miss Texas Senior America pageant. Would always sit on the front row, live vicariously through the women who were on stage, and thinking to myself, one of these days when I turn 60, I'm going to enter the Miss Texas Senior America pageant. Well, as a matter of fact, in 2013, the director of the pageant decided she was going to retire. So she asked me, would you like to be the director of the Miss Texas Senior America pageant? And I said, yes, I would. So I was the director 2013, 2014, 2014, 2015. And then in 2015, in September, I turned 60. So I resigned as my position as the director of the Miss Texas Senior America pageant. I entered the pageant. There were 23 contestants, and lo and behold, I won the title of Miss Texas Senior America.
What was your talent?
My favorite musical was The Drowsy Chaperone. So I had a choreographer, and I told her, I said, listen, and she knows about musicals, and I said, listen, I'm crazy about that song. I don't want to show off no more from The Drowsy Chaperone. Is there something we could do to that? And she says, perfect. You play the flute, you twirl, you dance, you sing. So I sang, I played the flute, I twirled, I tapped during this song, I Don't Want to Show Off No More.
Hey, can you give us just the first little phrase of the song?
I sure can. It goes, I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more. I don't want to ride moons no more. I don't want to show off. And the rest is history.
As you know, Jill, I am the 2019 Miss Senior Michigan, and I was lamenting giving up the title. And our director said to me, oh, no, never worry. Once a queen, always a queen. You never have to give it up. No. So that's you, Jill, always a queen. And I want to talk about your seniors in particular, how it fits in with Jill and her mission as the queen.
Well, as you say, once a queen, always a queen. When you are queen, I always referred to being a queen as when you are drinking a cup of coffee and you put cream in the cream always rises to the top. It never goes to the bottom. It always rises to the top. So as Miss Texas Senior America, as a fitness queen, I always want to try to rise to the top.
Jill, I know that when you compete in the Miss Senior America pageant, you need to have a philosophy of life. So could you please tell us your philosophy of life?
Okay. What good is sitting alone in a room? Life is a cabaret. It's like a Broadway musical with a lot of intermissions along the way. Life is not always easy. It has many ups and downs, but that's what keeps it interesting. In the Bible, Matthew 6:34 tells us to live each day for itself. In the movie Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood said, tomorrow is promised to no one. So climb aboard this red carpet ride we call life. Live each moment as though it were your last. And remember, life has no remote. You have to get up and change it.
Keep inspiring people, Jill. I know you will.
I will. Here is a time step for you. Single, double. Have a great day.